Ever read a book and imagined yourself in the role of the main character? Well, in 2012, thousands of South Africans participated in an 8-week investigation in search of a missing plastic surgeon. They all did this for one reason only: to show that they have the best detective skills in the country and to become the first ever average Joe to be written into a novel by a famous author. An Afrikaans novel that in early 2013 would be the #1 bestseller for 2 weeks and would stay in the top 10 for 4. It started when we received this basic brief. LAPA, a small Afrikaans publishing house, just wrapped up their brand new online bookstore and simply wanted maximum exposure. So the idea was to speak to this market's passion and focus on the one thing we knew they had in common and loved: Afrikaans literature. The concept: give these reading fanatics the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become the main character in a novel. We approached the well-known author Leon van Nierop to write a novel with the lead character as the detective. The only catch was that the lead character was still going to be determined by a social media and online campaign. We created an integrated digital narrative that would blur the lines between online interaction and real life, introducing the LAPA Hoofkaraktersoektog, or the search for the main character. Each player was cast in the role of a detective and had to complete 20 tasks. The tasks required the player to interact with the fictional characters from the book on Facebook, investigate photos and wall posts, communicate with the characters through real conversations via email and live phone calls. In addition, players also needed to investigate hidden footage on YouTube, search for clues in books on LAPA's website, search Google Maps for addresses, translate notes, browse through fictitious websites, and even hack an online calendar. Ultimately, they had to work through all the evidence and clues to solve the mystery around the disappearance of Renzo Hatting, the snydokter or plastic surgeon. The story that unfolded in this digital world became the backbone of the real novel, and readers met and interacted with the characters long before the book was published. The results were astounding. Within the first week, our client asked us to slow the campaign down because their online store couldn't handle the traffic. The system crashed. Luckily, it was quickly fixed. At the peak of the campaign, we grew the site's maximum daily traffic by 132%. Massive free PR was created online, in print and on radio by titles such as Advantage, Beeld, Burger, Lidnet, Rapport, Taalgenoot, Vista, Vrouwekeer and more, resulting in a return of investment in free PR only of 7 times their spend. Our client was invited to an international conference in Germany to talk about this social media campaign that resulted in a best-selling novel that outsold the mass-marketed 50 Shades of Grey countrywide for 2 weeks. The first print run was sold out in the first few weeks. 3 people and their real lives were written into the novel Snydokter, and one interactive experience was created that our market will never forget.